Dr. Meyer. I'm a neurointensivist in Utah, and I'm not a coder. I'm not computer savvy, but I am interested in AI and how it can help us be better physicians and take better care of our patients. In the neuro-ICU, one thing I hate doing is calculating the ICH volume. Too much measuring and multiplying and dividing. So I asked the four AI models to create a web-based calculator app, neurospecific, that would specifically be good looking and easy to use and have a visual representation of ICH volumes so that I could give it the eyeball test and calculate the ICH volume and score that way. So I put in the prompt and did some evening rounds last night and came back to some websites. Let's see what we got. So first, Claude. I like the color scheme. I think it's a good-looking website here. For the stroke scales, we have the stroke scale, then the Chad's Vask and Has Bled, both kind of give us stroke and bleed risk. For subarachnoid hemorrhage, we have the Hunt Hess, gives us a mortality risk. Modified Fisher scale gives us vasospasm risk, very functional, well, it looks good. The ICH volume, however, left a little bit to be desired, kind of a flop there. That's the volume reference. Not very usable. At least they did include a way to calculate it myself, and then the ICH volume representation there. So overall, I really like how Claude's website looks. Gemini next, looks pretty good, has a cute little brain up there. For the stroke, here we have a good comparison. I mean, the Chad's Vask and Has Bled scores are next to each other, which I really like that. Kind of a note that the Has Bled score is more of a reason to address risk factors. But something notable was missing on the stroke section, and that's the stroke scale. I think that's a pretty big omission. Subarachnoid Hunt Hess gives us a good kind of a survival rate, but for the Fisher scale, it gives us the Fisher instead of the modified Fisher, and it doesn't give us a vasospasm risk. For the ICH score, um, I mean, it's easy to click on the different components. Their interpretation of the ICH volume is kind of interesting. It's kind of a little scale that you kind of scroll to get to the actual volume. The visual estimator I thought was very creative, but pretty unusable since it's a cartoon and not very verifiable. But kind of adjust this and it gives you a visual representation of what 30 cc's might look like. Creative, great idea, but pretty unusable. And then there's no way to calculate that on your own. So overall, I mean, I think Gemini was kind of a flop there. Grok, I like the home, kind of the landing page here, the dashboard, the history, which other ones didn't include. But this is kind of a less visually appealing website. For the subarachnoid scores, it does give us both the Hunt Hess and the modified Fisher and kind of what they represent. The stroke scales are kind of easy to use and kind of, I think, well presented there. Kind of the Chad's Vask, Has Bled look good. ICH calculator or the ICH score, kind of a flop here. For the visual estimator, it's pretty unusable. It's just some pictures of some hemorrhages. I don't know what to do with that. That's not helpful. And there's nowhere to actually calculate the volume. So kind of a flop there from Grok. ChatGPT's was, I think, for me, by far the best looking website, but certainly not kind of the most, not the best. The website itself looks clean. It calls itself a clean, online friendly calculator. Has a lot of disclaimers. So for the subarachnoid hemorrhage, Hunt Hess, there's numbers, but to see what they mean, you have to actually click on it, and then there's no kind of interpretation of the risk of outcome or vasospasm. For the ICH, this is exactly what I had in mind, kind of CT-based images that were labeled as this is 10, 30, or 60 cc volumes. So that, while I don't know if that's accurate or not, that is exactly what I had in mind. Here, a huge kind of deterrent for me is that you have to manually uh, type in the age, the GCS, the volume. There's not a simple above or below certain volumes. And so that's kind of a pain. So that's kind of a big flop for me, but you can calculate the volume right there. For the stroke scale, that's kind of there. That's easy to use. I think the Chad's Vask has bled are kind of well, they do a good job with that. It includes an orbit score, which I'm not too familiar with. It has a reference page, and again, the disclaimers there. So all in all, I think for me, I like Claude's the best, easiest to use. Kind of everything is what I would want except for the visual representation. I mean, this is unusable, but other than that, I do really like Claude's website. I've been liking Claude actually for a lot of things. So that's that. Hope you liked the video. I'll include the exact prompt in the notes. Follow me for more content about different AI models and how we can use them to be better physicians. Thank you very much.